All right, greetings everybody. This is Kali, the Master Headhunter, the Dark One Priestess, the Holistic Practitioner, you guys. I'm feeling really good because I'm feeling better. You know what I mean? I'm feeling better. I'm up this morning. I'm drinking my tea and, just meditating and doing some studying this morning. So, I told you guys I was going to share with you a video about the feminine principle. It's not going to be too long. It's not going to be short, but it's going to be like somewhere in between. I'm going to try to structure this very shortly, and make it nice as possible. No, I'm not lying. Anyhow, I noticed that, like I said before, a lot of men do not understand what's going on right now. Just like a lot of women don't understand what's going on right now. And that is because things have changed. And old ways are not working anymore. If you're still being resistant to the change, you're having an extremely hard time. Um, Sometimes you have to accept things as they are. And when you don't understand a thing, instead of being prejudiced against it, you go and study it. That way you can get a full understanding. And you can let your own soul, intuition, spirit speak to you, however you choose. But the feminine principle is here. There's nothing you can do about it. The energy is back. It's, if I have to really describe it in a way, let's put it to you like this. It's like, remember that movie Underworld when, he's like, it was Marcus's turn to rule. It wasn't my turn to rule. You rule for a certain amount of time and I rule for a certain amount of time and bam. And that's pretty much how it is. You see what I'm saying? So, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, what I will say is, I'm going to keep this very brief because I really don't feel that we should give out a lot of the information that our ancestors is giving us to give, which is ourselves, to give, because I feel like we're helping our enemy. You see what I'm saying? We're helping our enemy advance, even more now at this point, which I feel like this is a big reason that they started giving us social media anyway. Because, as soon as you give somebody, black folks, a platform, they'll, yeah, not all of us, but some of us, we can't wait to get up there and start talking about what we know. I was guilty of it at first. I was excited, though I wanted to share information that I was learning. But what I have noticed is that we are giving them information. Anyhow, I have knowledge that we're giving them too much information and we're helping them. That is why we're seeing all the homosexual stuff going on, talking about the black woman, which they're not. The black woman was God in the beginning, okay? If you want to use God as a term, she was that representative of the universe, which she still is. She's the only one that carries life, okay? Now, the man, he gives the information to the woman. She holds it and cultivates it, and she processes it and pushes it out, for lack of a better term. So that's what's going on. So the woman, she provides that shell, for lack of better terms, the cocoon for the life. Okay, the man is important. We're not negating him at all. You see what I'm saying? He's very important here. But the woman is the representative of the universe. That's just how it works, really want to get at, okay, that's why they're able to come in and say, the black woman has a penis, and with her vagina, her clitoris is a penis, and this, that, and the third. And I don't see any evidence of that. I've never seen anything like that. I have seen women that have been born, their clitorises do look like penises. That's not everybody. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't know at this point, because I don't know it all. I don't know at this point if that is the way we came. You see what I'm saying? It's like androgynous beings. So I don't know because I haven't been told that. But what I do know is I don't want to give out too much information because I'm not trying to help my enemy advance any more than where they already are. So they're bringing out this homosexual agenda stuff. You got all these black men coming in here doing crazy stuff, just scandalous, ridiculous stuff. Got women sitting over there with no shirts and stuff on with flowers on their breasts and their nipples, and this one she got these flappy dog ear breasts that's hanging way down here. Not talking about it because that's what happens, gravity. But you got to work on it. You got to work on it. You got to keep it. You got to keep them right and tight. But I want to stick to the issue here is this: they know what time it is too, and if they can keep confusing you with male energy, okay, if they can keep confusing you with male energy, they will. Okay, let's just be raw here for a minute. Y'all males fucked up. Y'all fucked up. We gave the reins over to you guys, and you guys fucked up. Alright? Royally. Don't be mad at me. Don't hate the messenger, okay? I'm just a messenger. Don't be mad at me. You guys fucked up royally, okay? And you want to blame us now for everything. And I'm not talking about every black man, because every black man is not blaming the black woman. But a lot of you guys blame us for the reason why the children are homosexuals. Where was you at? You decided to go about and be fruitful and multiply and leave us stuck to do all the work. Y'all negate that the mother is even important, which she is. You see what I'm saying? So you have to stop thinking about it in the old way. You have to stop thinking about it. We're in the age of Aquarius where you don't believe, Okay? You hear what I'm saying? Belief is for children. You see what I'm saying? Faith is for the unsure. Okay? Faith is for the unsure. Okay? Belief is for children. Also, belief is for the weak. I'm sorry to be the one to have to tell you this. I apologize to be the one to have to tell you this, but that's just what it is. And you either know or you don't know right now. You kind of get where I'm coming from. And, of course, you have to take knowledge and turn it into wisdom because you have to apply it. But at the same time, if you have your enemy out here swinging around an agenda with men having women's clothes on, women's makeup, trying to say that women have penises, and it's confusing. It really is, especially if you do not know the whole picture. It's really, really, really confusing. And what you have to do is you have to take yourself away from. That's why the Hotep niggas was able to come in there and do what they do. And I don't give away too much, but the energy is not allowing it. That's why the feminine energy broke that up. It's not time. Men have made a mess of things. Let's be honest. Okay? Men rule with an iron fist, which is okay. Not a problem. But when it becomes violent, there's wars, rumors of wars, and all kind of crap going on. Come on. Not only that, let's not negate the fact that we as black people have been here for millions of years doing it. Okay? We have been here for millions of years doing it. So when the enemy came along, you know what I'm saying? When the devil came along, we was already deteriorating. We was already in a senile state. You see what I'm trying to say? And we was already deteriorating, and we knew we had to get back to the spirit or to the non-physical form, I'll say, for lack of better terms. You can't stay in the physical and expect to continue to thrive and be healthy and all this good stuff. We all know this with simple, basic things without even knowing anything about how anything works down here. The body has to be born to live, and then living prepares you for what they call death, or what I would say transition. So the feminine principle is here, and it's going to change some things. It's going to be very uncomfortable, because men are going to be extremely resistant. You have some women who are extremely, and at this time, everybody has a doorway to change who they are. And I can't say everybody, but because everybody wasn't meant for this. Some people were here for a distraction, but the feminine energy is allowing everybody to be able to change, and everybody is waking up at different times, and awakening to awareness. That's all that is you're awakening to your awareness, your surroundings, and your inside. Everybody has the right to change at this point, and if you choose not to, that's on you. But what I do know is if you don't flow like water, if you're not a current, you will not, it will be so hard. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. From experience, it will be extremely difficult. You will have such a hard time. It will be so unbearable. It will be like really a living hell, you know. And the feminine principle is loving, it's caring, it's nurturing. It's all those good things that mommy is. Study some things. Books on the feminine principle, or just on feminine energy, period. Sacred symbols and this, that, and the third. That women used when we was first down here doing our thing. You know what I mean? So you can't and like I said, I don't want to give up too much information because I am not trying to help my enemy advance, okay? I'm not trying to help our enemy advance. So stop giving up all of our information on here, man. We need to stop that because it's ridiculous. We're helping them, okay? Let me stick to it. So do some research, do some studying, stop studying these niggas on here, okay, that are making a mockery of things. Male energy will not lead anymore. It won't rule no more. It's not happening. It's just not happening anymore, all right? You know, go within. And I know that sounds cliche because everybody talks about it, but go within. If you go within, hold on, my throat's getting a little bit dry. It's early in the morning. If you go within, you can't go wrong. Nobody can steer you wrong. You are a book. You are a walking, living library. There was you before there was ever a book. You are the reason why a book even lives today. So the male energy did what it did, which that's what it was supposed to do. So we won't talk about it in a bad way, even though it is war mongering and all this stuff. But that's the way it's supposed to be because we have to get out of the physical. Black people, we have to get out of the physical. And a lot of us over here, not negating the rest of our people, but a lot of us over here in the West are the ones who are the originators. And we are here. We are here now. And we're going to get this thing. We snatching our stuff back. It's not just females, it's males too. But what I'm saying is this. Don't get fooled by they're being magicians is what they're doing. You can't be mad at these men because they want to hold on. They want to rule in this time, which it won't happen because it's not supposed to happen. There will be only black women doing that thing when it comes to ruling because that's whose hands it was in the first place anyway. And sorry to tell you, but there is no future down here for you guys that want to get all excited and this, that, and the third. It's not the way you think it's going to be. It's going to be totally different, So I don't know everything. I do know some things. You got to stop paying attention because we have to in order to see a thing, you have to take your emotions out of it. In order to see it, you have to take your emotions out of it. If your emotions is in the way, you're not going to be able to see anything. Emotions they're a good thing because they're like a navigator. But at the same time, they can cause weakness. You know what I mean? If you don't know how to use them and if you're not balanced, So I'm going to keep it short. That's all I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to really go into full depth right now. Because you can do your own research because there's tons of people out here talking about it. There's tons of books. There's all kind of materials on it. If you really want to go, if you're a video watching person and you're lazy about reading or you don't know how to read or whatever the case may be, I'm not judging, just saying. Good videos or good people to watch would be Dr. Phil Valentine, okay? Bobby Hemmett, brother Bobby Hemmett, I wonder how he's doing. Nobody really talks about him anymore, but Brother Bobby Hemmett expounds so much on that energy, on the feminine energy, you know. It has nothing to do with we saying women was by themselves and there was no such thing as a man. But to be honest, if you want to be brutally honest, brothers and sisters, the first beings were androgynous. They weren't male. They weren't. They were. They was androgynous. Okay, they weren't female. They weren't male. They were androgynous. So, you know, for lack of better terms, because we're using earthly words, it's hard to explain universal matters and early earth stuff when you are using earth words, you know, but or English as a bastard language. So there's so many videos out there. Like I said, two people that I feel expound. Okay, I'm gonna give you another one. Dr. Delbert Blair. He's up here with us, you know, too. He transitioned, you know what I mean, and he's in that realm, assisting. So, Dr. Delbert Blair, he's another one that talks about feminine energy and the feminine principle. He expounds greatly on it as well. So I will say Dr. Delbert Blair, Brother Bobby Hemmett, and Dr. Phil Valentine. They really expound. Dr. Phil Valentine has a book called The Wounded Womb. I used to be scared to buy it because it was like so much money, but I'm gonna really invest in it because I think it would be a really good book because he invested in himself and he gave it to us, you know. So we need to support our brothers and sisters who are really here for the encouragement and the learning of us, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna leave it like that because this is 18 minutes. I might just chop it down because I don't want it to be that long, because you know some of you guys have some of the shortest attention spans. Y'all worse than children. So with anyhow, I'm gonna leave y'all on that. Much love, much peace. I'll be making more videos talking about this, but I just want to expound a little bit. Go do your research. And I mean that I suggested those videos for people who don't know how to read, or for people who don't, you know, can't see who can't read very well, or who are lazy in reading, you know. But there's tons of books that you can also grab. Also, instead of being so worried about the feminine energy that's here, why don't you go and do a natal chart so that you can, you know, really learn yourself better. Astrology reading, you know. I got into it a few years back, and I put it down. I didn't really dive real deep, but I did do my natal chart. It was a lot going on in my life back then, so I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she was like, "Well, why don't you do an astrology reading?" I said, "You know what? It's been on my mind because I was sitting in my car, and I was like, what am I gonna do? You know, there's nothing I desire to do here for money, you know. So what am I going to do?" And I heard it as clear as day. Do your natal charts. People really need that right now. So when my friend, when she recommended that, I was like, so thumbs up to Ray, you guys told me to go, and I'm glad she did that. So thank you, Ray, thank you, girl. So yeah, but get into your natal chart, learn yourself, and if you don't know how to do it, get somebody who does. Get somebody who is into doing natal readings, you know, and get with them and let them help you. You know what I mean? Just ask your soul to direct you to somebody if you have a soul. If you don't have a soul, then you need to go on the internet. I'm going to be out of here, you guys. I love you, and I thank you guys for embracing me, even still after my messiness. I know I've been gone quite a while. So much love, much peace, love yourself, and take care of yourself, you guys, and study you. That way, study yourself to show yourself approved. Not approve of the world, but approve for yourself. So, later. See you on my next. Peace.